All right, rig 3, 2, and 1. Well, first off, what kind of privilege is there to play in a game like this in front of your home fans?
I think it's going to be rocking out there tonight. I can't wait. I know we've got a lot of good energy around the room. So, obviously, after last game, that OT win, you just saw what the building was like, and I think we're expecting more of the same tonight. So we're excited to get after it.
When you hear a teammate like Gordo say that the fourth one is usually the hardest to win, what have you learned as far as the commitment level to get that fourth win?
Yeah, we got to expect their best. We got to expect to be the hardest game of the series. I think, teams play a little more desperation in the corners and off of draws, and I think, we just have to be ready for that. I think it's going to be a good experience for us as a group, and it's going to be, we got to take advantage of this.
When you see guys getting into shot lanes, Tolvey laying hits as well, Turbo as well, what does that do for the energy on the bench or for a season like this and a time like this?
You feed off of that, right? As a team, I think when you see guys putting their bodies on the line, it just makes you want to go that much harder. And those are the plays that don't really get, they don't get the highlight reels and whatnot. But on the bench, I think those are some of the loudest cheers when guys get in blocks, and especially in the last few minutes. I think, like you said, guys like Tolvey and Schwartz, he had a big block last game, and Gordo. Those guys, I think you really feed off of that, and it's special to us for sure.
What have you learned through 5 games as far as what to expect from Colorado?
They're got a lot of speed. They can do a lot off the rush, off of draws, and they're obviously very gifted offensively. And I think we just gotta more or less focus on what we gotta do. Our depth is our strength, I think, and we have 4 lines, 3 pairs that can play against their top guys. So we just gotta focus in on that.
Jamie, it kind of seems like you and some of the other more veteran guys, you have a lot of playoff experience, and you've kind of almost found like another gear these last couple of games. Does it feel like that for you guys at all?
That's a good question. Just speaking for myself, I think, you kind of identify moments, you identify what the momentum's like. I think momentum in playoffs is huge. You see the games, teams coming back off after deficits and whatnot. So, I think it comes with experience, kind of, identifying when you have to have a big shift, big bump-up shift. And I think we've done a good job of that overall, especially, the game there where they came back and we won in an OT, right? I think that was a big experience for us. So, yeah.
Justin Johnson's playing really well, too. Obviously, another veteran guy. What have you seen from him as a defenseman himself?
You talk about experience. He's obviously kind of very comfortable in any situation. And like you said, he's been big for us. And, again, a guy that can identify those big moments when we kind of need a push. And it's definitely been huge for us, absolutely.
Jamie, what's it like having a 2-minute, 27-second shift to close out a win like that?
Is that what it was? Yeah,
I
will stop looking at the clock, you know what I mean? You're just, following the puck and making sure that you do whatever you can to make sure it doesn't go in. So, yeah, you're playing off of adrenaline at that point, right? I definitely don't want to do that all the time, but when you got to do it, you got to do it, right?
And to get a block with 6 seconds left at the end of that to help seal it, that's got to feel pretty good too, right?
Again, that's playoffs, right? That's kind of the desperation, and you got to get bounces once in a while, and got to put yourself on the line. And I think we've done a great job for that. You got guys that maybe typically you wouldn't see or associate with, making those big blocks. They're more like highlight reel goal guys, but I think whenever you see a guy go down and put their body on the line, it's special for everybody. Everyone feeds off of that, right?
Jamie, you told me last week that there's a lot of ups and downs in the playoffs, especially a longer run. Team's not going to go 16-0, and that's a big key. How do you think the team has done managing those ups and downs throughout this series?
I think we've done a really good job. Like I said, I think obviously it's our first time in playoffs together, so I think we've learned a lot as a group and identifying those momentum swings, and like I said, being able to manage it when they get a couple goals, and being able to kind of make sure on the next shift that we come out hard and kind of play at our pace and don't let them continue the push. So tonight again is going to be a huge test for us because their season's on the line, and that's always when they play a little bit harder. So I think we got to be ready for that. Right.
You've occasionally been paired with Adam Larson during this series. Has that worked pretty well when you guys have been together?
Yeah, I think so. Lars is just a easy guy to play with. He's really easy to read off of, and he's great defensively. He can move the puck, and he can walk the line really well offensively. So, he makes your job easy as a partner, and I think he's done a great job this series.
How impressed were you with the contributions Ty has coming up into the lineup first game and seemingly not looking out of place in a game as big as it was?
I mean, you know, score your first goal in playoffs like that and a huge goal. I mean, have his family there. I'm sure it was a huge moment for him, and it was a great moment for us too. And it's kind of funny before the game, we were like, this kid's going to score. We know it, because it's just kind of those situations. You know, you kind of come into the game and the moment's so big, and you just got to be like, okay, embrace it and not overthink things, and just kind of let the game come to you. And he did a great job of that, and you know, he's obviously had some success there. So.